Well, welcome to Glasgow. We are launching a brilliant show here, October the 4th, and it is called The Next King of Scotland. I'm certainly joined by a former king, if you like. Weird to say that this man, this legend, has retired. Listen, we'll come on to that after the press conference, but look, you've got the top table here, an array of Scottish talent here, Josh. A potential next King of Scotland could be born on October 4th.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've got a great, as you say, we've got a great table full of talent there. You know, and you know, I carried the mantle for 10 years. I'm now passing it on to Nathaniel. He's now going to be running the show or in the lead horse. So hopefully these guys and girls, whatever, if there's another couple of girls here, hopefully the next generation are coming through, can go on to achieve great things. And Nathaniel's now leading the way. He's going to be providing the next generation coming through underneath to get on the undercards and showcase their talents as well. So yeah, it's going to be in a good place in Scotland. You know, there's a lot of good talent coming through, so it's good that Nathaniel's now in a position now to hopefully go on to world honours and provide big nights here as well for the next generation coming through. So yeah, it's looking like it's going in a good place. For sure.
I mean, in a way, it's unfortunate that Queensberry really had you for one fight. It was the final fight, but we saw the atmosphere, so still the appetite in Scotland for boxing, and now what Queensberry are doing on October 4th, and I'm sure it will carry on, really pushing Scottish boxing. But even though you had one fight under Frank, it feels like you're part of the family with Queensberry.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I was treated very well. You know, I think I actually had one fight with Queensberry.
Kongsong,
yeah. So yeah,
you were still with the top rank.
I was still with top rank at the time then, yeah. But it was with that was on the Queensberry show. So I worked with them before, but yeah, I had great treatment with them. Everyone was very fair and open and honest, and yeah, it was great. There was no gripes, there was no nagging at this little bit in clauses and contracts and that. It was all very transparent. Straightforward, and it was very a pleasure to work with them. So yeah, it's been great. But a pity it was only one fight, but you know, it is what it is. It was good and I enjoyed it.
But the passion, and we'll see it on October 4th. For every fighter, they'll have their own support, but the passion is real here for the fight game, isn't it, in Scotland?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The fans love a good fight night up here, you know, and now Nathaniel's now leading the way to go on to come on to big things. And you'll see the turnout at the arena on the weekend as well. So you'll see the turnout there. They'll turn out and they always come out for a good night. So they always create a great atmosphere. So yeah, it's good to see that it's continuing up here and shows are still coming up here.
Definitely. Well, tickets now are on sale. We're going to hear from all the fighters on the top table on the show on October 4th. I'm going to throw to Dev Sani now to commence the press conference.
I'm not sure you can hear me. I think you can hear me now. Let me try this. If you are here to see Nathaniel Collins today, can you make some noise for me, please? Okay. I think the mics are working, Nathaniel, so that's good news. Are you here to see Cristobal Lorente, his opponent, European champion? Yeah. Look, we're here to see everyone. Listen, good afternoon. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to launch a brilliant show. Date for your diary, October 4th at the Barrhead Arena. Big Time Boxing is back in Glasgow, live around the world on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Now, the main event is an absolute cracker. Some are calling him the new King of Scotland. He's certainly a rising star in Scottish boxing. Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins, unbeaten featherweight sensation, returns. And he takes on Spain's unbeaten featherweight sensation, Cristobal Lorente, for the European title. Now, it also serves as a WBC eliminator. So high stakes on October the 4th. And as you can see, the show is titled The Next King of Scotland. But I'd like to take a moment to actually acknowledge the career, the accomplishments and the path that has been laid by the last King of Scotland. Last month we got the news that Josh Taylor has now officially retired from the sport of boxing. And he had a career that most fighters could only dream of, from Preston Pans to the pinnacle of the boxing world. He was a 2014 Commonwealth Games gold medalist. He was a WBC, IBF, WBO, WBA world champion, Ring Magazine world champion, World Boxing Super Series, Muhammad Ali trophy winner. And then that night in 2021, he did it. He became the first undisputed four-belt world champion from the UK. He remains the only man to have done that. He put Scottish boxing back on the map, took it to the world stage and etched his own name into boxing history. And whilst he climbed up that mountain with his will, his skill, his determination and his heart, the other thing he did was inspire a nation and a generation of fighters behind him. So I'd like to just take a moment, if we could all just give a big round of applause to the great Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor. Proper legend in the house. Okay, let's speak about some of these fighters. So somewhere up here could well be the next King of Scotland. I actually want to start with a man making his professional debut. He's not Scottish, but maybe he will. They'll probably claim him for one night. Joe Carrigan. I've heard so much about this young man, and he hasn't even thrown a punch yet as a professional. Some are calling him the best prospect in world boxing. Joe, talk to me. What's all the fuss about?
Listen, we're going to see in the fourth, aren't we? At the end of the day, I've turned pro. I've done as what I can as an amateur. I've won most what people can't as an amateur, so I'm ready to prove it as a pro on the 4th of October.
I saw you at the show in May in Glasgow, and you were there, sort of like scratching your knuckles, itchy knuckles, ready to go now, aren't you?
Definitely got itchy knuckles now. The time's coming. Listen, I have obviously since I've turned pro, I've trained for about 3 or 4 months. You know what I mean? I've took my time. I haven't rushed into nothing. Make sure I'm ready. You know what I mean? And then time's come, 4th of October, ready to show you.
Managed as well by Shelley Finkel. Now he doesn't waste his time with any no-hopers. You know, he goes for the best of the best. So some management you got there.
Yeah, listen, best for the best of the best, isn't it?
As Willie Hutchinson very well knows. What are you looking forward to the most?
Listen, I'm looking forward to get my pro debut out of the way and I'm going to try and keep the ball rolling. You know what I mean? Get a few more fights in, and obviously, what I'm looking forward to most in the bigger picture. Be a world champion one day, you know what I mean? That's the biggest picture I can think of right now.
Good stuff. Best of luck to you. We really look forward to your journey, Joe Carrigan. Okay. Now, as we look for this new King of Scotland, it may be this next man that I'm going to speak to. The name you might be familiar with, Alex Arthur, but with a junior at the end. As you can see, the splitting image of his father, Alex Arthur Jr. here.
Well, Dev.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You look. Is Alex Arthur here?
He's hiding at the back.
He's hiding at that. We have to get him on at some point. Junior, if it's okay to call you Junior, fight number 2 for you coming up. Excitement. How are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, good. I'm excited to be on this kind of platform again in the Barrhead Arena. I've heard a lot of good things about this arena, and looking forward to getting my second pro fight under the way and continue to keep building momentum and keep striving for better things.
You had your debut in May at the Hydro, and it was really one to remember. I remember I'll never forget the picture of you and your dad at the end of it as well. It looked like a really big emotional night for the Arthur family.
I thought you were about to say I looked really big. I thought I looked like a bit of a tank.
I think you look like a tank as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, my dad wasn't actually in my corner that fight, but this time round it will be. That will be the case. So we'll definitely be looking to put on another good performance and hopefully end it sooner this time.
Let me ask you this, because you're going to be fighting, you know, it's not going to be for a title or anything like that at this point. You're working your way up. But I just want to know how much this sport means to you, Alex.
Well, I dedicate my life to the sport, so stop touching me. He's being weird.
Willie, can you stop being weird, please?
I've dedicated my life to the sport, so I think I'll definitely reap the rewards when all's said and done. I think Nathaniel's time is here, and then the next generation will come through, and then I'll be there.
Okay. Best of luck to you. We look forward to it.
Very much.
That is Alex Arthur Jr. Willie Hutchinson, we will come to you. We will come to you. Don't worry. I can see you. I can see you. Marcus Sutherland is who we're going to speak to next. Now, it's fight number 9 for you coming up October the 4th. And you fought on the last show in May. You fought after the main event. And I'm hearing, for this show, you've ordered like 1,000 tickets. You're a bit of a boy.
Yeah. There's loads of support. Loads of people coming out to see us. You get a lot of backing and shots where I'm from. Everyone kind of backs their own and looks out for each other. So, it's brilliant. I
mean, last time, you, as I say, you were on after the main event. You still had so many fans who still stayed there for you, but you didn't give them too much. It was over in like a minute.
Yeah, that's it. If I can get them out there, I will.
You were getting comparisons to Nick Ball that night because you faced a much taller opponent. You're that stocky guy. You were coming in. Is that someone you look up to at all?
Yeah, listen, it's unreal to get compared to a fighter like that. It's amazing, but I think it's down to me now to give myself my own name.
I like that. What do you plan on showing us October the 4th?
You need to see, obviously, just a win, but make it exciting.
Okay, best of luck to you, Marcus Sutherland. Keep your eyes peeled for that young man coming through. Okay, Willie Hutchinson, I see you. It's time to talk.
How are we doing, Dev? How are we doing?
Very, very good. How are you doing? Because we've not seen you in a while. We need to see the Hutch Train again.
I'm doing fantastic, Dev, to be honest with you. I haven't been back in Glasgow in a while. This is me home. I was born in Livingston, Scotland. I've lived here all of my life. I didn't speak Scottish like that there, but I'm very happy to be home, to be honest with you, and I'm looking forward to getting back in this ring. I'm ready to become world champion. Enough lingering about now. Get the foot on the pedal to the metal. I'm ready to rock and roll.
The names that I heard linked with you for this show, which haven't come through, there were names like Zach Chelly out there. Yeah. I mean, but it feels like you just fight anyone, Willie.
Dev, since I've known you since I was 18 years old, I'll fight anybody. It doesn't make a difference to me. Fighting's fighting, and if it's not that way, boxing's not the sport for you. And if you're not like that, you may as well just pack up and leave the game because it's too hard of a sport. I'm ready to fight anybody and anybody, anywhere, and this time I'm in Glasgow. We haven't got an opponent yet, but like I said to you, the door's open for anybody in the light heavyweight division. Like I said to you, I'm ready to become world champion. And when you want to become world champion, you want to ready to fight anybody and anyone.
Willie, are you the next King of Scotland?
I believe the King is here. The King is here. No, Nathaniel Collins is doing very well for himself. And everyone up here. I hope all of us are. I hope if all of you are the best that Scotland's ever produced, I hope I've one behind you, because I hope we all become world champion and accomplish our dreams and become a multi winch why shin shy. You know? Oh, we're all chasing, we're all winning. We won today, we woke up and we're here at the press conference, and like you know, Dev, I love to speak, and I'm doing very good just now.
I think you do very well. Finally, is there anyone you want to call out? Because everyone's watching, everyone wants to see Willie Hutchinson. Anyone you want?
If there's someone who I want to call out as the world champion, so I would love to fight Benavidez or Buvell or whoever's got them world titles, because the rest of the other men, they're only stepping stones in my eyes, and that's all I can think of is ready to become world champion, man. Anyone and anyone.
Okay, there we have it. The Hutch Train's next stop, October the 4th at the Barrhead Arena. Great to have Willie Hutchinson back. Well, let's move to an absolute cracker in the middleweight division. The Scottish Middleweight Championship on the line. Aston Brown defending against Paul Keane. It's Glasgow versus Dundee. And Aston Brown now starting to realise some of that potential, that amateur pedigree that we saw in his youth. And Aston, I'm going to come to you first here, because I heard Alexander Usyk the other day say 38 isn't old. Well, 34 certainly isn't old then. You know, you're going pretty well here, right?
Certainly am, mate. Going pretty well, going strong, ain't I? Know what I mean? I'm proving everybody wrong, ain't I? Oh, he's old, he's past it, he's had too long at the game. Well, you've seen the last 2 performances against undefeated fighters, know what I mean? So, I'm just getting better, mate.
You're on a streak of 3 knockouts in a row. You're finding some real form here as well. What are you thinking heading into this fight with Paul Keane?
Same again, mate. Same rules apply, know what I mean? Demolition job, Aston Brown, win. But again, I've got all respect for Paul Keane, know what I mean, taking the fight, because a lot of people didn't want to fight me. I'm going to mention names and stuff, but I'm pushing for that British title shot, mate. I'll eliminate or release, mate. That's my full intentions, but Paul Keane's got my attention on October the 4th.
Well, let's bring in Paul Keane. Paul, this is actually a chance for you to become a two-weight Scottish champion, if I'm right. So it's a big opportunity for you here.
Yeah, you know what, I'm happy to get the opportunity. Obviously, it's a tough fight. I've got a lot of respect for Aston as well. But I'm 100% focused. The last few years of my career have been a wee bit up and down, just due to personal reasons and that. But I'm ready back and 100% fully focused. So I'm ready to take the opportunity by both hands.
Well, Aston says that he is expecting a demolition job, like he did in his last fight. What are you expecting?
I'm just expecting a good fight, and me turning it 100%, hopefully do the business and move on to bigger things.
What are the qualities that get you the victory over Aston?
I don't really know what to say on that, but I think that, just like I say, me 100% fully focused, putting in, wins this fight, definitely.
How are you seeing this one, Aston? Is this just a case of, before the Reece Porter fight, you said, listen, if he comes towards me, he's just going to get put to sleep? Is it the kind of the same rule applies across the board?
If I hit you, you stay hit. Know what I mean? I've proven that in my last 3 fights. Know what I mean? People are like, oh, you hadn't knocked anybody out in your first 5 fights. When you get journeymen who just run away or survive, that's what happens. Every fight on this, up in these tables, know that's the way it works. You see when people come to fight, I've put them to sleep. It'll be a different fight this time with Paul, but different style. But same again, demolition job for Aston Brown.
He's much more experienced than Reece Porter was. He's been in with some good names. Hamza Shiraz has been in with good guys, but you still just expect to get him out of there.
Yep, 100%, mate. I believe 100% Aston Brown beats any middleweight in Britain. Know what I mean? So, aye, same again, Dev.
Any thoughts, Paul?
Yeah, no, I'm 100% confident as well. Like you said, this is my chance to put myself on a big stage, so I'm not going to let it slip. Come October 4th, I'll be the best Paul Keane that I've been, so yeah, may the best man win.
Okay, all right, Aston Brown, Paul Keane, we look forward to it. That is the Scottish middleweight title on the line on October the 4th. Okay, let's go to this brilliant meeting of a Celtic champion and an English champion here. And there's talk about the British title potentially being on the line. It's currently held, of course, by Sam Noakes, who is going to be challenging for a world title very, very soon. Regan Glackin takes on Louie O Doherty. It's unbeaten versus unbeaten. Someone's O has got to go. So much on the line. And Regan, I'm going to start with you because... you've done so well so far. Scottish champion, Celtic champion. Tell us why this is going to be your night against what looks to be the toughest test of your career.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I believe this is going to be my time. I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe everything happens when it needs to happen, and I've took every step. I've passed every test, and I just believe that it's my time. I worked too hard, I've sacrificed far too much, and that's all going to show come October 4th.
And Louis, what are you thinking? Because this is also, it looks like the toughest test of your career, but you have had some tough tests that you've come through as underdog at times as well. Jeff Ofori, Yusuf Kamari. Do you see this as better than those guys, Regan Glackin?
Yeah, every fight's a world title fight. Every fight you have to be better. And I'm just ready to go in there and do everything that I've done every other time and hopefully add more to the game and just show people that I've always got more to bring.
What sort of fight are you expecting?
A fight where I find a way to win.
What leads you to victory?
Adapting to whatever comes my way.
Is it your boxing skills as well? You were a good amateur, right?
Yeah, I was a good amateur, but the pro game, I know it's very different. I think I'm more suited to it as it goes, I can box, but for some reason I've been involved in a lot of wars, so if I can do a bit of both when the time's right in either one, then that's what I'm going to do.
What are you expecting, Regan, here? He's he can box, but he does get drawn into wars from time to time, but he always wins. What are you expecting?
Skills pay the bills, mate. Listen, I can box. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a brawler. My knockout record would suggest otherwise anyway, but listen, I can mix it up. I've proven that. I don't need to sit here and say that, do you know what I mean? Styles make fights. If I want to outbox him, I can outbox him. I believe if he gets in close and makes it a fight, as he obviously plans, then I can work inside. So you can't be a one-trick pony in this game, and intend to show that come October 4th.
Well, they call you the Shark, right? So what happens when Louie O Doherty here enters shark-infested waters on October the 4th? Come on, give us something. Come on, Regan.
You get bit then, don't you? It's certainly not the Shark for swimming, because I'm probably the worst swimmer up at this table, if I'm honest with you. But I just believe it's going to be my night, mate. And then, as I said, there's going to be more news to follow on the fight, so it's going to be a big night for here in Glasgow. Everybody up in this table, obviously a lot of good Scottish boys, so headline by my teammate, one of my best friends, Nathaniel, so it's going to be a real good night. We've all got potential up here to be in cracking fights, and hopefully it's a good show for the fans and everybody turning out here today, do you know what I mean, want to put on a show, so I fully intend on doing that myself.
And finally, Louie, are you ready to swim with the Sharks?
Yeah, I've been swimming with the Sharks since I started boxing. Never made it easy for myself for some odd reason. But yeah, I'm ready to sort of do it. As I said, just keep improving from where I've come. Obviously, I don't mind an away game, so I've got to come here and just show that I can do it anywhere.
Okay, best of luck, Louie. Best of luck, Regan. Brilliant fight. So much on the line, October 4th. Brilliant fight in the lightweight division. Let's move on to this main event then. This unbeaten featherweight sensation, the next star of Scotland, many are saying. Nathaniel Collins is back. This time he headlines after that great win against Lee McGregor, and of course takes on Cristobal Lorente here. Nathaniel, firstly, this is great, right? You're headlining. This is everything that you've wanted. Headlining in Glasgow on DAZN. Big show for you.
Yeah, amazing. It's been many years in the making. A quick turnaround. Only 8 or 9 weeks ago I was on the undercard of Josh, and you know, now here I'm headlining my own show in a couple of months. So this is basically what dreams are made of, and what everybody up here hopes to get to, and what I was hoping to get to, you know, only 2 months ago. So just shows you how fast things can change.
It was I think, a career best performance last time out against your best opponent so far in Lee McGregor. You must feel like you're coming to the peak of your powers now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people expected, including myself, an all-out war, and I live this life, and I sacrifice everything for it. You know, fitness, health, training all the time, so that shows, and the levels start to show when people don't live that life, and I showed it that night.
And also that night, I mean, you were really in love with the Glasgow crowd. You were feeding off of it. It was such an emotional post-fight interview. This is going to be some atmosphere.
It's going to be amazing. That's probably up there with one of the best moments of my life, like walking out into the Hydro, Jerry Cinnamon blasting, everybody jamming and just looking out, and I can picture it now, and I'm just hoping Barrhead's the same, and we bring that same noise, and what a card we've got and what a treat we've got for all the Glasgow fans, and we're back again, so it's going to be amazing.
When you were fighting guys like Raza Hamza, other guys like that, you would tell them beforehand what was going to happen. With Lee McGregor you wouldn't, because he was your pal and Facebook memories were popping up and it was all a bit awkward. I know, but I don't know if you're friends with Cristobal Lorente on Facebook or in real life. Are you not?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet. Don't add him yet. But have you got any kind of indication for him as to what's going to happen on October the 4th?
He can expect the same kind of performance that I put on the last time. You know, he's a great fighter, but he's never came up against anybody like me, and I like the word you used at the start there, sensation. So if I want to keep getting called a sensation, I'm going to have to keep having sensational performances, so another one's coming.
Okay, well, let's bring in your opponent here. We've got a translator who's going to translate some of that. I think the piece to really translate is that he's expecting a sensational performance like he did last time, where he stopped his opponent in 4 rounds.
Lo que dice Es que está esperando una pelea sensacional en que termina con su enemigo en 4 rondas.
Bueno, de ilusiones se vive. Yo he demostrado que tengo poder, que tengo aguante. Lo demostré en mi pelea en Albania, lo volví a demostrar en Italia, lo demostré en España y ahora lo voy a demostrar en Reino Unido.
So we can all dream, but I know I've got power. I know I've got resistance and stamina. I proved it in Albania, in Italy, in Spain, and we'll see how this goes.
How does Cristobal feel about being the champion and defending his belt away from home in what could be a hostile environment in Glasgow?
¿Y cómo se siente que está defendiendo el cinturón fuera de casa en lo que podía ser un ambiente hostil en Glasgow?
Me gusta este ambiente hostil. Siempre hemos dicho que los títulos fuera de casa valen el doble. Entonces yo he tenido que forjarme fuera de casa, he tenido que ganar todo esto fuera de casa y no tengo ningún miedo a demostrar lo que valgo fuera de casa.
So I've always liked the fights that are away from home. For me, they have double the value. It's how I measure myself. This is a strength, and yeah, we'll do this, and it's away from home.
Why does Cristobal Lorente beat Nathaniel Collins on October the 4th?
¿Y por qué le gana a Nathaniel Collins el 4 de octubre? ¿Por qué?
Bueno, pienso que tengo uno de los mejores entrenadores del mundo, a Rafa Martín. Creo que mi gimnasio ha demostrado que no hay nada imposible. Conseguimos muchas cosas fuera de casa y esto no va a ser menos.
So I've got the best trainer in the world, Rafa Martinez, and it's something that my club does. We do these kind of things, and we're going to do it away from home.
Clearly a confident opponent here, Nathaniel. I mean, what do you make of your opponent?
Yeah, he's got every reason to be confident. He's European champion. You don't just become European champion by being a bum. So he's bet, credible opponents. There's no reason he shouldn't be confident, but, all my opponents have been confident and all of my opponents have been dealt with, so it makes no difference to me how confident he is because I know my own abilities.
How does that belt look over there to you?
Yeah, looks beautiful. I've got the silver version, so I'm going to get the gold one of that. I'll get the silver one of these after this, I'll get the gold one of that, so getting quite the collection. I'm glad he's brought it.
How does Cristobal feel about Nathaniel eyeing up the belt?
¿Y cómo le parece que Nathaniel está ojeando un poco al cinturón?
¿Está, perdona?
Ojeando al cinturón.
Ah, bueno, a mí me gusta también el tuyo, así que...
You better not be eyeing up my belt.
Well, I like yours as well.
This is staying here, tell him. This is staying here.
Esto se queda aquí.
Bueno.
And that one's staying here as well.
Y la otra también se queda.
Sí, bueno, este se quedará aquí porque me tendrá que mandar uno nuevo para España.
This one's staying here because they're going to have to send it back to me in Spain.
That's quite a good line, actually, wasn't it? Yeah. Nathaniel, this is also a WBC eliminator, right? So you're getting closer. Should you come through here, you're getting closer to the champions, to the Stephen Fultons. I think there's an interim champion as well in Shushu.
Yep.
And it's all getting there now. How are you feeling about that? Are you at that level?
Yeah, I've been at that level. I've always been at that level, and I've been saying it for the moment I stepped foot in a pro ring. If you go and watch my interviews years and years ago, I says I don't want to fight journeymen, I want to fight people who fight. I've proven it time and time again. I've always came through every challenge quite comfortably, and this night's no different. And the WBC eliminator on the line is just, these belts mean nothing in the grand scheme of things, and world titles is all that matters.
Okay, let's get a fight prediction from Cristobal Lorente. If he'd like to actually tell Nathaniel Collins in his native tongue, we can get it done via translation, as to what's going to happen on October the 4th. Let's get that fight prediction, please.
¿Nos puede predecir qué es lo que va a pasar el 4 de octubre en la pelea?
Sí, que España va a seguir teniendo un campeón europeo, que España va a tener un campeón WBC Silver y que España va a tener un nuevo aspirante al Mundial.
Spain's going to continue with a European champion and with a world champion aspirant.
Nathaniel, final word to you, sir.
Yeah, I always think this question's dead funny because you're never going to say, oh, do you want to give us a prediction, and that guy's going to say, I'm going to win. So it's funny. You know, in my opinion, this guy's tailor-made for me, and the same thing that happened the last time. He's going to walk onto spiteful punches, nasty punches. Lee was my friend, this guy's no. I don't know him, and that'll come out, you know. I might be a nice guy up here, but I'm a nasty, nasty guy in the ring.
Okay, we look forward to seeing it. Remember, tickets are on sale right now at barrheadarena.co.uk. Get hold of them. I think actually we're going to have Josh Taylor up here and stand in between them. That's just a nice little moment, really. But thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Okay, so that just wraps up the press conference. We're going to have the head-to-heads. I'm going to bring in one of the biggest legends in British sport, in Josh Taylor, most certainly. I've just been told, Josh, you need to go to the stage, actually, so you can drop that mic. Off you go. Yeah, you're going to be in there. You're going to have Frank Warren's job today. Drop that. Okay, so we're going to have the head-to-heads now and see how everyone sizes up against each other. An absolutely stacked card here on October 4th in Glasgow, live on DAZN, of course. I'm joined by another legend of Scottish boxing. How are you, Alex? Just take this mic, please.
What do you want, mate?
Just here, mate. Just by the back line there. There you are, Alex. Yeah, just wrapped up the press conference. Obviously, your boy's back out after a really good debut. Was there a lot of nerves going into that? The pressure of yourself in Glasgow, big Josh Taylor show?
Not particularly. Alec had obviously fought at a very good level in the amateurs, and no disrespect to Robbie Chapman, who's a very, very good fighter. The reason we picked him is we knew that he would give Alec some difficult moments, and it would help him in his education and professional boxing. So we weren't overly nervous, more excited if anything. Yeah,
and I thought he handled the occasion well.
Yeah, he boxed very, very well. I was very happy with him. We also took away quite a bit from it that we can work on, so that was good as well. Yeah.
So as we saw, there's a lot of talent here. Obviously, Nathaniel Collins is being built. He's got to deliver and win this European title and then go on to the world stage as the next King of Scotland. What do you make of Nathaniel as a fighter?
I think he's fantastic. I think if you look back on my tweets from a few years back, I think I said that Nathaniel Collins could potentially be Scotland's best pound for pound fighter. That would have been a couple of years ago now. I think Nathaniel found the tweet and sent it to me on WhatsApp, and I guess my prediction was correct. He does everything very, very well. He's a brilliant boxer. He uses his southpaw attributes very well. He positions himself in the ring in places where he's able to hit you and you can't really hit him back. And he's learnt a way, along with his coach Joe Hammond, where he can get his power shots off and leave himself in a really good defensive position. Yeah.
Here he is, your boy.
So yeah, I'm a big fan. I think Nathaniel's fantastic.
Just see Willie Hutchinson hasn't got an opponent announced as of yet, but look, we know he had that setback against Joshua Boazzi, but he had that previous really good performance over Craig Richards, where he showed a glimpse of what he can produce in a ring. Really.
He's an unbelievable fighter. He's fantastic. You can't forget about his amateur achievements as well. World amateur champion, European amateur champion. Probably would have made the Olympic team as well. Probably would have medalled. Unbelievably talented fighter. Like Willie Hutchinson's got more talent in his big toe than most fighters have got. Period. The man's talent is endless. He's amazingly humble as well.
How are we doing?
He's amazingly humble as well.
He's a very humble guy.
He's a very humble guy.
Are we live on Tinder?
We are live.
Yeah, we are live. But like I said, he's got more talent in his big toe than most people have got in their whole body.
Willie, he's given more praise to you than his own boy at the moment. So. No, I'm joking. He did give you a lot of praise.
Well. They're both my boys.
That's what we're like. I just said to Dev a minute ago. I said, you know that me and him's like brothers. Yeah. And he went, yeah. He said the way you was talking out there. I said, no, listen. He was in McConnell in my last fight. These mean a lot to me, and I've got an awful lot of respect for his father, Alex.
I thought it was a bad idea. I thought it was a bad idea, Queensberry, putting the both of them right beside each other.
It was fantastic.
Willie's dad came right over me. He says, "What a mistake they've made putting those two together." And I said, "Yeah."
We're just getting a head-to-head here. Interesting fight. Louie Doherty, who was a really good amateur, comes in obviously as the way fighter from Essex.
Yeah.
You can say it if you want, but
no problem. See you shortly.
Yeah, this is an interesting fight, of course. There's a lot of talent, as I said. Obviously, your boy, handled the occasion really well. How was that? Because I was speaking to your father about it. Obviously, you're coming in his shadow, a big arena show, Josh Taylor fight, and against Robbie Chapman as well, a veteran of the game. But you seem very composed. You seemed at home in there.
Yeah, but I went through the night about 1,000 times in my own head leading up to that, so by the time I was there I'd mentally already been there for the 8-week camp that I'd done leading up to the fight. So when I was there, I was the whole operation just felt really smooth. I just felt really comfortable from the get-go. I'm just really looking forward to building on that.
Well, it's got Nathaniel Collins, obviously Lorente up there. I was just saying to your father there, he's now looking potentially, as they square up now, at a world title shot soon, all being well on October 4th, Nathaniel Collins. How much do you rate him?
Nathaniel?
Yeah.
Very highly. Very high. He's like he said up there, he's a very nice guy out the ring, but he's nasty when he's in there. But man, he's got skills on skills as well. He's like a Scottish Pernell Whitaker or something. I love watching Nathaniel fight. He's a little southpaw and I'm a big one, so I like picking up little things from him, and Josh as well. So Scottish history, southpaw is looking quite good now, so hopefully I come off the back of Nathaniel.
Definitely. When we had a comparison to Pernell Whitaker there as well, it's a big praise for Nathaniel. Anyways, listen, have a good camp, best of luck, and obviously on October 4th, we'll see you on Fight Week. Alex, as we just close up now, look, the history of Scottish boxing, obviously Ken Buchanan, yourself, Willie Limon, Ricky Burns,
Scott Harrison. I think personally, the pound for pound king of Scottish boxing, Scott Harrison, I think he's the best fighter we've ever had. I think the guy was amazing, man.
Well, he was certainly up there. That
well,
man,
they
Josh
all
Taylor.
are, you know, everyone can. I mean, I'm saying that Scott was just my particular favourite to watch. But I mean, you know, you can go on and on all day, but yeah, all the guys are amazing, and I think the future of Scottish boxing is very safe.
But the wider point I was making that there is so much talent that has come from this country, and it's up to guys like Nathaniel, your boy, Willie Hutchinson, to take that mantle. Someone's got to.
Yeah, definitely, and they're all following in each other's footsteps, and they all help each other out, they all communicate, which is great as well. It's great for the future of the sport. Like I said, Scottish boxing's looking very, very good. The future of the sport's looking solid up here,
Absolutely. We're bringing Josh Taylor back in, Billy. Well, this is two legends. Real. I'd use that, you know, in a correct way, because the word can get overthrown sometimes. But when you talk about Scottish boxing, I mean, you two guys spring to mind straight away. What did you make of this man's career? Obviously, he's called it
amazing. I mean, I'm kind of the first person to ever see him put on a pair of gloves. He was at my training camp in Meadowbank, and he was sitting, and his mum had told me he was overly energetic, he was always scrapping, and he just sat there quietly watching me train, and I said, get up, put the gloves on, hit the bag. And he started hitting the bag, and I was like, nah, no chance. I said, you've boxed before? No, I've never boxed, Alec. I said, Jay, you should know. I've done kickboxing. And he just liked fighting. He'd done the whole training camp with me, never missed a day. When I was running, he ran with me. When I was sparring,
don't forget that Arthur C.
Then he started sparring with me, and then he'd just go better and better and better, and of course he went on to become the superstar. It's amazing,
for sure.
Brilliant to watch. I've done a lot of rounds watching him every time we fought. But that's the nature of our sport up here, and we all support each other despite what anybody thinks. We've all got each other's backs, and that's a fact.
Well, I believe we're going to bring Nathaniel Collins in, so we'll let you go. Thank you very much for your time.
I might get up car parking tickets, so I need to go anyway.
Good job then.
Catch up with you soon, my boy.
Mate.
See you, my pal. Cool,
Thank you. Nathaniel's coming in now.
Got to get a car.
See you later on.
Well. Talk about confidence. You ooze confidence up there, Nathaniel. I mean, this guy was a very fiery character and didn't lack confidence at all. I would say you're probably a little bit different in terms of some respects, but in some of the things you was telling your opponent, even though you can understand English naturally, I did see actually a little bit of that Josh Taylor and Scottish fire in there.
This guy's my inspiration, you know. He's the best southpaw to do it in the UK, and he's always been an inspiration. I grew up in the gym I was at, all the guys who were just older than me boxed with Josh for the Commonwealth Games and stuff, and it was always watch out for this guy, watch out for this guy. My coach Joe was always like, box like this guy, so it's something I've always watched and looked up to, so you know.
Thanks Nathaniel, appreciate that, thank you.
Josh, the last outing, if we get a similar Nathaniel Collins, it'll be, I'm sure, another demolition job. That was some outing last time from him on your undercard against Lee McGregor. I don't think anyone really, you know, in the trade expected it to be that dominant.
Yeah, well, obviously, knowing as a fighter, I know he would have thought that. He'd have known that's how it was going to go. As a fighter, with believing in his own ability and his capabilities, he'd have believed that. But nobody else maybe would have, out on the outside would have thought that. So it wasn't a surprise to him, it was a surprise to a lot of people, and myself included. I didn't think it would be that dominant, which it was. So it was a great display. It was a great display.
Nathaniel, just as we close this show that Queensberry DAZN are putting on, the next King of Scotland. So this guy took it from the likes of Ken Buchanan, Willie Limon, Scott Harrison, Alex Arthur, of course we just had on the stream here, and he did that real justice. Do you believe in your heart you can be the guy to take it from him down the line?
Well, it's a lot of pressure taking it for him. He managed to take it and run with it and kind of 10 times it for all the people before him, so it's a lot of pressure. You know what, October the 4th I'm going to take the first step towards getting towards that WBC title.
once I get a WBC title, we'll focus on the rest of them.
That's it. And I think that's the right attitude to take it, one step at a time, instead of thinking big jumps ahead, one step at a time, with that goal in mind, but one step at a time. That's the correct way to do it. He's got the right attitude to do it that way. So take care of this guy. You know, a next step, which is maybe an interim world title fight, then maybe a world title fight. So yeah, he's got the right attitude. He's not looking too far ahead, which is great to hear.
Well, listen, Nathaniel, if it's half as exciting as last time, we're in for a treat. October 4th, you headline it. I'm going to let you go. We're going to bring in Marcus Sutherland now.
Brilliant. Thanks,
have a good
guys.
camp, Nathaniel.
Cheers, thank you.
Good one, Nate.
Marcus, welcome. You're joined by an absolute legend here of Scottish boxing. If you could give, you know, all these guys, not just Marcus, one bit of advice, you know, if you honed on one point, what would it be, Josh?
Listen, obviously, just enjoy it first and foremost, but you've got to just give it your all. Give it your all. You don't want to be coming back in 5, 6 or 10 years time, however long you may be in the game, and say, I maybe should have done this way, or maybe should have done that. A little bit of regrets. Just give it your all 100%. And dedicate your life to it. Definitely. And when it works out, you say it was all worth it. If for some reason it maybe doesn't, unfortunately, you can then still have your head held high and say, I gave that my best shot. So as long as you give it your best shot, dedicate your life to the sport, and the only person who's holding you back is you. So yeah, and dedicate
I bet you want to fight now after hearing that.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's going to be going now.
Under the Queensberry banner with Frank Warren.
Yeah.
So just talk to me about that.
Oh, unbelievable! What an opportunity. I mean, it's all a step in the right direction. Look, I'm just happy to be here. Building myself up at the start of my career on smaller hall shows, and now getting opportunities like this, and to now be fighting on the undercards. Hopefully in years to come I can headline shows like this. Definitely.
Absolutely. How much of an inspiration is this man to you?
Oh, massive, unreal. It's mental.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. What he's done is, being from Scotland, it gives us motivation and it inspires me. It makes me think I can do that. Like, it's just a boy for the scheme, the same as everyone else. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Sure. And there's no reason why you can't. I mean, I was in the same position 10 years ago, hoping to achieve and to follow in the footsteps of Ricky Burns and stuff. So if anyone can do it, you can do it. You know, you have that self-belief and dedicate yourself. There's absolutely no reason why you can't do it.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely no reason.
Look, you're bang on. He was just a boy from Preston Pan one. Yeah, and he took over the world.
Oh, it's mental. Aye, he's done unbelievable. It's definitely.
But I guess that's that first point, is that having that self-belief and having no doubt in yourself and reaching right for the stars.
Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And when you tell people, I used to tell people I'm going to be the world champion when I was 16, 17. And people thought it was crazy. People thought it was off my head. Right, okay, that's just a big dream. But I believed in it, and that's all that mattered. So that's what you need to do. You need to believe in yourself, believe in your own ability. As long as you believe it and as long as you work for it and dedicate yourself, there's no reason why you can't.
Definitely.
Absolutely no.
100%.
So Marcus, have a good camp. Best luck October 4th. We'll see you then. Thank you.
All the best.
Cheers.
All the best.
Cheers, Josh. Thank you.
Just drop that there. It's fine. So that wraps up today's launch press conference. October 4th, of course, is a huge show, the next King of Scotland, with an array of Scottish talent. Tickets are on sale now, so go and get them because you don't want to miss this. And if you're watching from home, of course, it will be live on DAZN. Josh, I'm going to leave the final word to you because this is called the next King of Scotland. As I've said many a time, you were the King of Scotland for a long, long while. So these shows, these nights, under these lights, can produce. We could be seeing the next King of Scotland on the show, and it could be Nathaniel Collins, it could be someone else.
Yeah, it could be any one of these guys at the table. But Nathaniel's obviously leading the way now. You know, he's leading the way to becoming the king. He's not the king yet because he ain't won the title yet, but I firmly believe and absolutely believe that he is going to go on and become a world champion, and then he will be the next King of Scotland. So I have every faith in Nathaniel. He lives the life, he dedicates himself to the sport. I've witnessed him training. I see him on his Instagram and stuff. He lives the life. He's always out running and doing different bits of training and the high rock stuff. So he lives the life. So he's absolutely on track, and he's now leading the way to become the next King of Scotland. And I sincerely hope that he does, and I do believe that he will be the next king.
And as a closing note, probably like the first time boxing fans, people are seeing this man, former undisputed champion, of course, a legend of British boxing, world boxing even. So I think everyone on this stream will be thinking the same thing. have a great retirement. Congratulations on a marvellous career. And yeah, take it easy, I suppose, now, Josh.
Yeah, well, you know that they say when you're boredom, I'm going to have to keep myself occupied, so I'll be keeping in the gym and looking forward to passing on my wisdom to the next generation coming through, and hopefully one day I'll have my own gym to bring the next generation through as well. So yeah, thank you.
That wraps up today's press conference. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you here for Fight Week on October 4th.